SMP, also known as scalp micropigmentation, is a technique in which we add pigment to the scalp skin, and it gives rise to an illusion of fullness in patients who have started to become bald, who have sparse hair, or who have thinned out hair, miniaturized hair. In such scenario, doing a SMP provides a good illusion of fullness and acts as a good aesthetic procedure to the final outcome. However, in such patients, in due course of time, when they lose the density further, then what happens? The SMP starts becoming visible, and earlier it was just adding to the fullness of the density. Now it just stands out as a sheet of pigmentation and it starts looking unnatural. So now the people who got SMP done, they get stuck because they can't afford that unnatural look with the SMP. So in such scenario, there is a therapeutic dilemma. Some people say that we should first remove the existing SMP through a Q-switch Dendiag laser, remove the pigment and then do a transplant. However, if we adopt that technique, then there is a risk of laser induced damage of the existing hair, whatever they are there. And there is also a risk of some scarring because the Q-switch Dendiag laser leads to some amount of skin trauma and consequent scarring. We also had a patient who did an SMP plus hair transplant long back, and he came to us 1 year back. In his case, the scalp donor was already exhausted and there was thinning of the scalp, and the unnatural SMP was looking as a greenish hue all over the scalp skin. So we decided to tackle this patient by doing another transplant without getting rid of the existing SMP. Why? Because the SMP ink lies in the upper layer of the dermis, so it is in the upper layer, whereas when we do a hair transplant, the root is placed at much deeper level in the dermis. So we thought that instead of removing the SMP, which anyway will be helpful once the hair grow back, so why not do a implant upon the existing scalp skin without doing any laser? And we were very satisfied with the results that we got 1 year later.
So this patient had got a SMP earlier, and you can see that it was all over and it was showing up like bluish greenish kind of thing, and of course he has got a very unnatural hairline and he wanted to fix that. So, and the dilemma was whether to remove the SMP and after the transplant, or transplant upon the SMP. That was the dilemma for the patient, and some people, they try to remove the SMP first. So what we did was studied everything. So I will go to the next picture. So you can see the SMP was there in this frontotemporal angle just behind that, and this portion was there, and this hairline was not great, and we decided to fix the hairline and also plant hair on the SMP, as Dr. Arika described, that the SMP is the upper part of the dermis and the grafts, the roots will go to the lower part of the dermis. So here you can see that we have planted hair upon the SMP area, as well as this angle where SMP was not done, and so that everything would become uniform, and the hair would grow in a synchronization way. So both left and right, and wherever there was space, we have planted all over from front to back. So I will show you the angular pictures also. So in this angle I am showing you that we did the frontotemporal angle, and also you can see this portion, the whole gully which is going from front to the back where SMP was done, we did hair on the SMP. So now I will show you the crown part. So here in crown you can see that we have planted hair on the SMP area as well as wherever there was SMP was not done. So we try to give as much as cover possible because already the donor was exhausted, and let's see the outcome. So the planted hair both on the non-SMP and SMP area, they have grown really well. So you can see this is the frontal part and the mid part, and of course he has grown the hair and kept them long. And this is the gully part of the left side and the mid scalp. And this is one angle. I will show you the other angles also. In this angle, you can see from the sides that yes, this has also filled very well. And as I said, he has kept long hair, so this is looking more fuller. So this is another trick that we have asked the patient, that to keep long hair. So I'll show you from the crown side also. This is the crown, and we have put little bit less amount of hair over here. So as expected, the density would be like kind of less, and it is less looking here. And you can see that the SMP color which was there in the background is augmenting to the overall darkness, so to the picture. So that was great. So we don't mind the SMP color now, because we have got hair over that and long hair which is hiding the color. They are not looking ugly. However, with the long hair we have covered it, and everything looks like, the SMP color is complementing to the color of the darkness of the scalp overall in the picture. So this was a great learning for us, that if somebody has got some bad SMP, then if possible try to plant hair over there and cover that. The other path, that removing the SMP then planting that, is not that scientific, is not that cool, because by doing removal of SMP by laser, you are going to damage the existing surrounding hair, and there will be scarring on the tissue, and which will not become favorable for future transplantation. So this was the learning from the case, and we are so happy for the outcome. And of course he is an actor, and it was a career saving procedure.